I want to get understanding of how people are seeing God. Because we had a very interesting discussion about it on the radio show this week with the Bible Go-To Guy. If you have not heard Fridays with the Bible Go-To Guy, something's wrong with you. You're missing out. If you want to get saved, you need to listen to the Bible Go-To Guy. We had a discussion about why do people believe in a God that has not given them peace? And why would you want to leave? The reason that you want a God that's better than the God you have, because the God you're already serving is making life miserable, right? He's causing you to have doubt and fear and unhappiness and anger and worry and sickness and diseases and bad relationships. Your kids are out of control. You're just not happy with yourself. That's the God you're already serving. And you're trying to go to a God that will give you a better life than the one you're trying to leave. But it appears, and I could be wrong, that's why I'm asking, it appears that you're leaving one bad God for another bad God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I don't understand why you would want, it's like leaving one bad relationship for another bad relationship. And so why would anybody want to serve a God that's just going to still have you miserable? And that's what I like to understand. What is that mentality? Yes, Wayne?
No, I was just saying we're constantly learning different things about life.
But learning, you think learning is going to give you peace eventually?
Yeah.
It won't. You can learn until the cows come home, and you're not going to get peace.
It's interesting.
It's like you're with what's familiar.
You with what?
We're dealing with what is familiar. We don't really know what's on the other side, so we stay with what's familiar. It's like a battered woman, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Wayne, is that surprising to you that learning will never bring you perfect peace?
Yeah, it is.
It is, huh? Mm-hmm. It won't. It really won't. And what made you think that it would? How did that come about?
Because you always have different lessons that you learn in life, you know. You may have a problem one day, you know, but you learn from that problem and you grow from it.
But it doesn't bring peace, though. Have you noticed that? You do. Yeah. People are overcoming some problems. Mm-hmm. You know, they may say, well, I would never be with a person like that again, for example. And yeah, they learn about it, but they get into the same thing with the next person. And they still don't have peace. Have you noticed that? Yeah, think of all the learning you've done in your life. I know I have. And it's never brought peace. Isn't that true? Mm-hmm. And you're a smart man. But no peace. So why would... I haven't
figured it out yet. I'm working on it.
And that's what I'm here for, to get the people to start thinking. Because I don't think people are really thinking about this. Why would I leave one bad God and go to another God who's supposed to be the creator of me and everything else, who has control over everything, and then accept this, that, oh, this other bad God didn't make me feel any better. You know, and then we just started... people are not thinking. This is why God said we need to renew our minds. We need a renewed mind from within, because people are not thinking. You're accepting a God that is imperfect, because He's no different than the God you're trying to get away from. Isn't that food for thought? The problem is this nature of the devil is so much part of you that it's hard to admit. I mean, it's hard to keep an eye on stuff and know thyself. That's why God said you'll be shocked at what you see about yourself. Really. And that you thought was that isn't. I'm telling you, it's mind-blowing. But the hardest thing in the world for people to do is to keep an eye on themselves, because in many cases when they do, they end up judging themselves. You know, they'll see that they're rotten to the core, but they will hate being rotten to the core. And that just creates the problem. You got to be able to see who you really are and what you are, and then take the pain of it.
Yeah, that's
because it's that pain that causes you to cry out to the true God, and He'll come in and save you.
And I have that little judgment of myself. When I see myself below something, I know, oh, there, hate myself.
You have to put your feet on solid ground and absolutely become aware of the pain that you have about yourself. about the no good that you are. You really have. You have to really just become totally aware of that. And that way you won't be in any form of denial, and God will come in and save you. That's what the pain is for. It's to be saved by, saved from. But just think about when you have pain. You're automatically looking for a way to overcome that pain real quickly instead of just letting it be and watching it. If you can become conscious of it, you can be saved from it. You want to live a life of awareness and not of denial. And so whenever you reach out for something, or you get mad at your fellow man, or you judge yourself, then that's denial. And you're never going to be free from that pain. There are two ways of seeing your pain. I could say, see your pain when it comes. See your fear. And you'll start seeing it. But it's in an intellectual seeing it, way of seeing things. That's not going to save you. But that's what you got to go on for now. If you have a willingness to at least intellectually see that you are angry, that you're judging, then the real seeing of things will appear, and it will knock out the intellectual way of seeing and take the place of that. And that's the one that's going to save you. Let me tell you what peace feels like. It is a quiet, still, perfect place to live in and from. And it's never disturbed. It's never up or down. But it is the absence of loneliness, anger, fear, doubts, worries, insecurity, the absence of looking for love, the absence of wondering what others think about you. It is not having any concern about tomorrow or yesterday. It is a quiet, still, conscious place or state of being. And none of those things that you have now can live there with you. They're gone. And you just live from that. Without even thinking about it, you just live from that. Isn't that something?
Yes, sir.
That's the best I can tell you at this point. Let me take this young man first.
Why do so many of us miss it? You're going to say how to get there, but why do so many people miss that narrow path?
I think because they just don't want to the average person don't want to or know how to handle the pain, the ego pain of their father, the devil. It hurts to handle that. And I guess they have not suffered enough to be willing to buckle down and take it. They protect their ego. Am I run out of time here already? Go to my website and get a copy of my Be Still and Know prayer CD. That's the beginning of finding what I'm talking about. You got to learn to let go. Call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-BOND. We also need your support. Thank you so much.
For more information or to purchase a copy of this show, visit us on the web at www.bondinfo.org or call 1-800-411-BOND.